My name is Dariel Meléndez. I come from Costa Rica. I'm 23 years old. I just remember being like that kid that I was always at the trees, you know, just running around. I was like this, like a little monkey, just out there the whole day. You know, like my main thing by those days, like I was going to the river with my grandfather and he teach me how to swim. He gave me like that confidence about the water, about like how to be a fish in the water, how to feel you know, just enjoying. My mom, she was about to go to the center of the town, you know, like the main city. I remember that I wanted this video game so bad, and I finally get the money to get it. Like right in the middle of the town, there is the train line across like the street. And I tell her like, hey mom, I'm gonna go to buy my video game. She was like, oh yeah, Daryl, take your money. And she gave me like $2, something like that, maybe even less. And so they were like this, you know, like crack guy, like he's of course doing heavy drugs. He came, he put out like this big meat knife, like this big. He took me from my neck and he goes like, hey, give me your money. I gave him my money, he released me. I remember that in that moment, I started panicking. I just remember seeing like all like dark and just that instinct that I have to run. And next thing that I remember is that I look on my left and I was having the train like right there. There were a lot of people and I just remember a lot of people screaming like, oh, he's about to die, he's gonna die. And my leg was looking like spaghetti. I don't know, like ground beef, you know, like. So yeah, they put me in the trunk and I was conscious the whole time. So I just remember like see my leg and just kind of like realized that again, then, you know, that I lose one leg in that moment. I was like, holy, like, okay, this is real. Like, this is what is going on. Next day, I wake up. I remember like that day, like one of the worst days of my life. I just, even breathe was so heavy. Like, I got this heavy fever. I start to get worse and worse and worse. My first amputation, I just lose like my feet technically. So they were like so focused, or at least trying to, you know, save my knee, because in this war, if you have a knee, that makes everything so much easy for prosthetics, legs, and all that stuff. They were like, okay, Daryl, we're gonna fight against this infection just one more week. If you don't get better in that week, we have to keep cutting your leg, you know, you have to take off a little bit more and you're gonna lose your knee. In the next 3 days, I was finally out of fever. You know, like I was finally like feeling me a little bit normal again. Came out to the hospital on August 16, actually, because it's a Mother Day in Costa Rica. And then next week, my grandfather died. You know, it's like, fuck, it's just life again. He was just like pushing me, like, okay, it doesn't matter if you just lose your leg, you're gonna find a way to make all your stuff again. You're gonna, you know, we're gonna go to the river, we're gonna keep swimming, we're gonna. And then he's not there anymore. Oh, fuck. But at the same time, you know, I was like, I gotta carry on, I gotta keep going, because I cannot disappoint that person, you know. I know that he will be so disappointed about me if I just give up. So I was like, fuck no. You know, it's for my grandfather, it's for me, You gotta do it. I really didn't know what I do with my life, what to do. So I was going to the beach just to hang after my job, when I was just watching people surfing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And then, Jordan, I remember that moment, bro, like, the first time I ran the board. I remember that I put the board over the water, like on the top of the ocean. And that was for me. Like, I was just that simple action blew my mind. I'm over the water, like I can see the water from here, and I'm, like I'm stable over something. I went with this idea about use my left arm as my front foot. So I was like, what about if I, instead of grab both grabs, I just use one hand right in the center of the board. Damn, bro. I tried, and that was, I was like, this is it. I found it. One day I was in Escuelita, which is like a beginner wave, beginner surf spot. And then the next, like 4 months later, I was surfing in Cocles, which is like one of the heaviest beaches in Costa Rica. With surfing, I felt like I found my north again. I got a direction now. I got something that I really want to do, and I want to live for that. I did the US Parasurfing Championship. Right there I met High Five. I met somebody who became really important in my life, which is Jose Martinez, mi hermanito.
He had a flight to get here, but didn't really have a place to stay at, like just to even be here in California. He was just a great time to be around, And after that, like I told him, I was like, look, Dariel, anytime that I have an extra bed, an extra couch, or, extra food or whatnot, like I hope you know that I'm gonna tell you, like, to come over. I'm not expecting you to give us anything. I just expect you to come with your good vibrations and come to have some fun, And the first thing he told me, he goes, Papi, the only thing I know is to have fun and to be a good person, That's how my mom raised me.
I was winning the heat, and I was like on the top of my life, I was like, yeah, I'm winning, this is gonna be my first championship. And then Pirata, he got this awesome wave, he just ripped, he destroyed the wave. He won the heat, he won the contest. And I remember that I came out like, sad, kinda like bummed, like, damn, that was so close. I just remember me like looking down, and next thing that I seen is this flag cover me. That was a High Five Foundation flag, and Roy gave me this big hug, and he was like, Papi, now you are part of the High Five Foundation, welcome to the team. And I remember that like one of my highlight moments of my life. I was having no idea that I was about to become part of this amazing family, that I was about to meet so much awesome people, that I was about to start to ski, and and somebody mentioned something about the snow, and I was like, oh guys, that I never seen snow before. And Roy looked at me like, what? I'm gonna bring you to the snow. So right now we are going to Winter Park. This is gonna be my first session here. I'm so stoked. It's cold, it's nice, it's snowing. So, Pura Vida. Everything, absolutely everything was a new thing for me. The fact that I have to wear like 3 layers, and then the cap, and then the boot. It's a whole new experience for a guy that grew up his whole life in Costa Rica. The very first time that I get into the skis, we start with the turns. Then I learned how to stop, which was really important part of skiing. The last trip in Palisade, I thought that I was having skiing. Like I was like, oh, I got this. I'm a skier. Like I'm the best skier in the mountain. Let me ski. and then Roy went like, okay, Papi, I think that you are ready to learn how to use your edge. And here I am, in a new completely chapter. Like now I'm learning what is an edge. I'm learning about the speed, how to put the right amount of pressure on each outrigger and all that stuff. I'm just enjoying so much skiing with Roy. I mean, I remember just look up the mountain, like how many years gonna takes me to came down from that mountain. And I did it like last week. So yeah, so I got no idea what it's coming on the future, you know. I don't know if Dariel gonna be doing triple backflips, or I don't know if I'm gonna be just sending in hard with Trevor, or, you know, I don't know if I will be racing skiing. Life is full of ups and downs. In the downs, keep your mind calm. In the ups, keep your mind hype. You know, just living it. So yeah, it's pura vida. My grandfather, he really teach me how to be a man, how to have a good heart, I will say. He's not here anymore, but I can feel him by my side every time that I'm just up there on the mountains or even in the ocean or wherever. Like right now over here, you know, it's like, and I know that he will be so proud and so like happy to see what am I doing right now. He used to call me champion, and that's something that I got on my heart and on my mind because I haven't won a championship, and I really want to do it just to like give it that to him, you know, like give it him the right to call me champion.